Hey, what's going on? Today I'll be talking about the 5 best nursing careers for 2021. I picked these 5 jobs because all of them will include good pay, little physical stress on your body, especially your lower back, and extremely high growth in the next 5 to 10 years as well. So, number 1 is being a CRNA, which stands for Certified Registered Nurse Anesthetist. These guys on average make about $181,000 a year, or $87 an hour. Their main jobs are usually putting patients to sleep during a procedure and making sure they stay asleep. And they're also known as the highest paying nursing profession in the industry. A CRNA requires little to no physical exertion on the body, which is really nice for your back. But it's also a very competitive field to get into because of how competitive it is to get into CRNA graduate school. Even though it is the highest paying nursing profession, it's extremely more competitive. But over the next 10 years, you should see about 45% growth in the CRNA field. Usually to get into grad school, they recommend at least 2 years of ICU experience. And for some reason, this profession tends to be a lot more male dominant compared to female. Next up is the nurse practitioner role. As a nurse practitioner, you can make on average about $111,000 a year, or let's say about $54 an hour. Perks to this job include your typical 9-to-5 schedule, you're able to prescribe medications to your patients, and you're able to diagnose patients as well. And I already know a couple of us nurses diagnose our patients in the back of our mind. ICU nurses, ooh. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Unfortunately, you'd also need a master's degree for this career as well, along with a certification if you want to go the acute care route, or if you want to go the family nurse practitioner route. But with a 25% increase in growth in the next couple of years, it is definitely worth getting your NP. And also, who doesn't want to wear the white coats that they do on Grey's Anatomy and feel a little bit important? Just every once in a while. Okay, can you guess what this next one is? So, if you said nurse influencer, guess what? You're wrong. Way wrong. Sorry to disappoint all you influencers. Not me. It's actually the nurse educator role. This job is honestly so versatile. You can work in a hospital teaching staff nurses best evidence-based practice while also educating them on the newest, most up-to-date policies. While also in the hospital, you could teach the new grad nurses how to become more competent so they could have a long, successful career. Now, let's say you're tired of working in the hospital though. You've done it your time, you just want out.
Dude, get me out of here.
Well, guess what? You could go become a professor in the university. In the university, you could teach the next generation of nurses, aka nursing students, how to become a nurse and help better take care of the patient population. The stress level in this position physically is not demanding at all, but mentally it is actually a little bit demanding, especially if you don't like grading papers, or if you're not a computer savvy person, or if you struggle reading the most up-to-date information as possible to stay current with all the best evidence-based practice. On average, educators make around $83,000 a year, or $40 an hour. And that does not include if you work in a university and you work there for a significant amount of time, you could get tenure as well. So honestly, with all those type of perks and everything I just talked about, honestly, it kind of makes sense now why all the educators I see are always smiling. They're smiling their way to the bank.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
So my personal favorite, and I may be just a little bit biased, is the travel nurse position.
I see what you're doing. So punny, so humorous. I dying laughing.
As a travel nurse, you can make anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 a year, and that's not including your tax-free housing stipends.
I'm sorry, what?
You want me to say that one more time? Yes, I said not including your tax-free housing stipends. Cue Mr. Crab. Just as much as travel nursing helps out financially, it also helps out with just how much fun you could have while doing it. It's such a unique experience working from hospital to hospital on short-term contracts, and it's just, honestly, as a travel nurse, the ball is in your court. You got to decide how many contracts a year you want to go on. You got to decide what city, what state you want to work in, and you got to decide when you want to go on vacation and how long you want to go on vacation for. It was expected to have about 20% growth in the next 2 years, but with how many new travelers have started as of late summer 2020 and up to this year 2021, the growth may be slowing down just a little bit. And not this little bit, like maybe a little bit. Okay, last up is a job that's not very well known or talked about, but it's a very in-demand job with a high growth in the next 10 years. Do you want to know what that job is? Alright, so these type of nurses work in informatics.
What the hell are you talking about?
If you don't know what that is, don't worry. I was in the exact same boat as you and had to do some research. Here's what I found. With an average salary of $79,000 or $39 an hour, informatic nurses help make the hospital run efficiently and smooth as far as electronics go. So they help with the EMR system, which is the electronic medical records. So that's your Epic, your Pyxis, your Cerner, that's Meditech even for all those people in working for those Florida hospitals. These nurses are so crucial to making a hospital run efficiently. All the new charting systems, the Pyxis, Omnicell, provided communications on a portable cell phone or online on the computer, all work efficiently and are possible thanks to informatics nurses. Now that everything is getting digitalized, including in the hospital, informatic nurses will be in increasingly high demand, and their knowledge and skill will be extremely useful to making sure the hospital runs efficiently and smoothly as possible.
I was just the simple mastermind who planned the whole operation and executed it to perfection.
So, in other words, please be nice to your informatic nurses because they can honestly teach you a thing or two, especially when it comes to saving time and charting. And you know, for those nurses who have 10 to 15 patients in some of those other states that I haven't worked in, these guys can really save you some time. That wraps up the top 5 nursing careers of 2021. If you stuck with me this long, a special shout out to you guys. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel so you can watch the latest videos as they come out in real time. To all my current subscribers who are watching the video, I just want to give a special shout out to you guys. You guys have stuck with me through day 1, and all I know is we're going to the top. Stay tuned for more and let me know down in the comments below what videos you guys want me to make.